Okay. So we are recording, I hope. Tells me it's recording over here. So yeah, we're doing week 3 of our 4-week activity tracker cycle. I did get myself a little bit more organized yesterday by laminating my 4 pieces of paper, and they're now next to my bed so I can see exactly what I'm doing and where I'm going, what I should be doing. So yeah, let's see if it works as well as it should do. Let me share my screen and get up our week 3. I'm going to assume that everybody has these 4 pages. If not, tell me and I will send them to you. It's really no big deal. It is available on the Telegram page, as far as I know. I think that's where it was, under the near life information on Telegram. So
I haven't got that one.
Okay, I'll send it to you, Don.
Thank you.
All right, and so this is week 3, otherwise called the pace week. So week 1, obviously, we start off fresh month and get going. Week 2, building up on that. So each week is a build on to the last one. So you need to adjust your activity pace to the current state of your business. Hopefully you know what that state is. If you're in a good spot halfway through the month, then stay consistent with your current pace. If you're behind your targets, increase your pace of activity this week to get back on track to achieve your targets for the month. Because at the beginning of the month, you should have set up what your targets were for the month. And I'll just go back. So this month, I will qualify as a qualified distributor, qualified manager, senior manager, executive manager, director, etc., with PV, personal PV, QPV. You can put them both in if you want to. And I will personally sponsor 6 new distributors, and I'm running to qualify for the following incentives: 3 in 30, consistency target, whatever. So you've done that at the beginning of the month. Now, in week 3, have I done my 100 personal PV? Yes or no? Have you done your 100 personal PV for the month? Or are you waiting for next week, getting close to month end? I have done my personal 100 PV this month, and I'm on track to do a couple more of them as well. My PV is currently, not quite sure, but it's a little over 200 personal PV. QPV is around about 1,000, but I know that that will build by the end of this week. And I've personally sponsored so far 0 new distributors, but I do have a couple of hot prospects in the lines. So your key activities for this week: we need to present the opportunity to at least 5 prospects. How many prospects do you have lined up that you can present the opportunity to? And if you are not presenting it to them face-to-face, are you sending them a link to watch? We've got those links. They're in the Eagle Team, on the Eagle Team Telegram page. They're there. And my suggestion, I need to update it, but my suggestion is record the presentation that you've done. We've been able to streamline it down to around about 20 minutes now. This new ADT system works quite nicely from that perspective, where it forces us, and also with the new presentation that's been done for us by Nearlife, do your own, record it. 15 minutes, shouldn't take long. In fact, you can make it even 5 minutes if you want to. You can streamline it right down to 5 minutes because you're giving the basics. Record on your cell phone, very simple to do. Record your own presentation. We've seen how Charlie does it on Telegram. Does he use his cell phone? Does he use computers? No, he's got the whiteboard. So create your own whiteboard, create a piece of paper, do your presentation as simple as possible. So if you can't sit in front of somebody, which is obviously the ideal way of doing it, do your recording, send them the recording on WhatsApp. Very simple. Would you be open to watching this 5-minute presentation? I'll get back to you tomorrow evening. Yes? No? Simple. Do that with 5 people this week. It's going to be a challenge for me because I need to do this as well. It's called stretching and stepping out of your comfort zone. And if you want to get somebody else to get a presentation that's already been done and send it to somebody. So one of my jobs coming up, one of my goals, should I say, is to do a recording of me doing a presentation. And I'll have it, I can keep it, and I can simply send it out. Continue to work your name list by inviting, making appointments, and talking to new prospects that can be added to your name list. How do you develop your name list? It's up to you. Every person, how does, what is it saying? On the 45-second presentation, I don't think of his name offhand, but make a friend, meet their friends. Make a friend, meet their friends. Don Failer is the one that says that. So each person that you meet, remember what we've been told. They're a door. They're a door to their contacts. Find somebody, ask him for a referral. I know I'm guilty of overcomplicating this thing. And it's an issue that I'm dealing with at the moment and working through. It is not easy for me. It is a huge step out of a very, very, very comfortable spot, but I'm determined to overcome it. And with all the input and trainings and things I've had recently with the Leadership Summit, with our Impact Summit, with podcasts, it's all chipping away at that very thick wall that I've built around myself over the years. And it's like standing on the side of a bridge, getting ready to jump. Yes, I had strings attached, but I needed a push to get going. So where are you? Are you safely ensconced in your lounger, in your lazy boy, like I've been? Are you standing on the edge of the bridge or at the end of the launch pad on the zip line and ready to go? Where are you? Because if you're at the end of that zip line ready to go, that means your name list is built and you're going to contact them. Because the third activity that you need to do is you need to ramp up your business building activity and follow up with prospects from the previous month and those you have presented to this month. We are heading into week 3 of the month. Have you presented your opportunity to anybody last week, the week before? Did they tell you, I will think about it? If they did, have you contacted them again? Payday is coming. Now is the time to close prospects into customers or new distributors. We have an ideal opportunity coming up next weekend. On the 18th, there's a presentation happening in Durban. How many guests will you have at that presentation? Will you be one of the guests at that presentation? I'm coming from the South Coast. I hope to bring a full car. Will it happen? I don't know. But I'm aiming to bring a full car to Durban on Saturday afternoon. Will I see you there? With how many people? These are things that are being done for us. Saturday afternoon means I don't have to do a presentation. Andrew will do it for us, or whoever's going to be there. Somebody will do their presentation for us. It's an event. We've spoke about the power of events before. This is an event to invite people to, and invite your team. Because that is one step closer to the end of the month. We've heard what Mozambique are doing. They're stretching out and they are inviting like crazy. We've seen what Mozambique team looks like when they come to Impact Summit and when they come to Bloemfontein. We've seen what Namibia is like. Have you looked at the average age of those people? Have you compared the numbers to who's coming from South Africa? I get embarrassed because we are in this country. These people have got things significantly worse than what we do. They've got significantly bigger challenges than what we do. Yet they make us look as though we're doing nothing. So can we maybe set a target? I'd like to look at this as a core group. We've had the success team. Can this be a core group and grow in 2024? I think my slogan for 2024 is going to be more, or make it more in 24. Because why are we only a small group on a Sunday evening and on a Tuesday? We have place for over 100 people on this Zoom. We can't count on two hands the number of people that are here. And I blame myself 100% for that. So this will be a challenge. This diary, this setup that they've given us, this is gold. In fact, it's diamonds. Is it time to start mining our own acres of diamonds in our own backyard? People are desperate. I was chatting to a doctor today. Met them at the shopping center this morning. And we were just chatting in general. And the comment was, I'm tired. I'm tired of this, of being abused by patients. And I can very much understand it. And I'm seeing this on all over. I'm seeing it on LinkedIn. I'm seeing it on Facebook. People are tired. They're looking for freedom. They're tired of being tied down to a job. They're tired of living paycheck to paycheck. And I know I am. My daughter had a prize giving on Thursday, the school prize giving. I wasn't able to be there because of work. She got the Dux Scholar for junior primary. I wasn't able to be there because of work. I don't want to do that again. Why am I still here? My golden handcuffs. Why am I still sitting in the same position? Golden handcuffs, lazy boy. Let's grow. Our people who are working for us, the back office staff at Nearlife, are putting in huge amounts of effort for us. This whole presentation over here has taken lots of brain power, lots of ideas. They've been more creative than I could ever hope to be. Let's not waste their efforts. Let's utilize these things. We got that amazing diary. And if you weren't at Impact Summit and you want your diary, there's a simple way of doing it. They've given us an out for this. sign up somebody with 100 PV this month. You still got 2 weeks. Are you getting your diary this month? So the pro tip that they've given us, by the end of week 3, so by Friday this coming week, you are leading by example. You have your own 100 personal PV, and you're well on track to achieving your PV target. What is your PV target this month? Your personal PV or your group PV? What is your target? How are you on track to achieving it? You are leading by example with daily activity and have personally sponsored new distributors. I can't say that I've done that. So I'm failing my team and my prospects by not signing them up and by not forcing them to step out and make a decision. So we are the leaders. Work with your back office reports to see which team members are close to a 3 in 30 or even a 1 in 30. How close are they to stepping up or earning a fast start bonus? Or how close are they to getting their 100 PPV? I've got a couple of team members who are 87 PV. They can do that extra 13. It's up to me, because they knew, to encourage them. Communicate with them and encourage them to achieve. Remember their why. And if you don't remember their why, ask them. I know that's one of the things I'm going to be doing probably this week. Speak to your team members. Ask them, why are you doing this? Refresh their memory. They may have forgotten why they started. Was it just because they liked you? Or was there a specific reason why they started? The CESA always says, why stands for what hurts you. We were at Impact Summit. We had Robin Banks. He spoke about the importance of affirmations and self-talk. Have you done yours today? Have you drawn up your list of affirmations? Are you saying them on a daily basis? In my the book that I'm going through at the moment, called Atomic Habits, it talks about little things. And I can liken that, exactly what's being said over here, I can liken that to my park run. Dom, you asked me, what's my time? Yeah, that time is an indication of the effort that I'm putting in. And I can tell you that if I put in more effort during the week, as in doing a physical workout during the week, my time improves. If I just drift and take the easy way out and say, but yeah, I walked 5Ks today, I don't need to do a workout tonight, my time stays at that glass ceiling, and I can feel myself getting there again. And the same thing happens with our business. If you just do, as John, you always like to say, if you always do what you've always done, you can't hope for a different outcome. You're always going to get what you've always got. So if we want to develop, we want to build, we have to change. We have to change our action. Does it have to be a massive thing? No. I'm listening to some podcast trainings at the moment, and they're talking about, when they talk massive action, they talk massive action. They're talking about doing Facebook Reels and Instagram Reels and all sorts of different things 2-3 times a day. That is way out of my realm at this stage. However, if I want to get to the levels that they're talking about, I have to do it. And yes, it's uncomfortable. I hate being the side of the camera. I look much better from the other side of the camera. But I feel the same way about talking to people. I hate talking to people. But if I want to undo my golden handcuffs, I've got to talk to people. So the same goes for you, because this training is aimed at me. I'm essentially doing this training for me, not for you. So if you want things to change, what has to change, or who has to change? And how are you going to change? What are you doing to step out of your comfort zone? Because in order to get ahead, we have to do that. Remember the Don Failure presentations as well? The napkin presentations? You've got to build your foundation first before the building takes shape. And if you're going to get in your car and go from where you are to, okay, let me rephrase it. If I want to get to the presentation on Saturday in Durban, how am I going to do it? I can go downstairs, climb into my car, and sit there with my arms folded. Will I get to the presentation? No. I've got to turn the key, get the petrol in, put my foot on the accelerator, program my GPS to get me there, because otherwise I'm going to get lost, and then put the car into gear and go. I will not get there any other way. I have to have a direction. I have to have fuel. And I have to take the steps from my house into the car and turn the key to get there. How are you getting to the presentation? So in order for us to develop our business, we've got to do the same things. We've got the vehicle. Near Life is there. They've been there since 1958. We've got the key. This little presentation thingy over here in front of us, this activity guide. There's the key. The key and the car are useless until you put the key in, turn it, and get the spark going. Till then, it does nothing. So this is the key. We've got the vehicle. We've got to turn the key and get the spark going to get the vehicle to move. So these are the activities that we need to do. And I think that was the end of that one. Yeah. So we'll stop it from there for now. We'll get into week 4 next week. Any comments, questions before I stop recording?
Good, Sean. Thank you very much. If I can just add something, I know that you said do 5 presentations this coming week. If you haven't done one, then start off with 1 or maybe 2. Mm-hmm. Set a goal that's achievable. As more times than often, we set our goal and say, yeah, we've got to do 30 people. We had this at Bloemfontein, one era where someone raffled out his daily schedule. There's no way that any of us looking at that would be able to follow that. So if you haven't done 5, then start off with that 1.
Correct.
It's that first step, like you said this now, just to achieve that. And then if you've done 1, then try and set for 2. Look, our goal, the ultimate is 5. I agree there and more. And we were doing that. But let's start a new picture and say, right, let's get the momentum started by taking little baby steps to achieve that. Thanks, Sean. Thank you for your research on that.
Yeah, because the thought of, oh, I've got to do 5 presentations this week. Well, that is only 1 a day. But as you said, if you haven't done 1 this month, maybe 1 a day is a little extreme. So do 1 this week. And that's a start. And next week aim for 2. And next week aim for 3.
I'd like to challenge everyone here, including myself, to get at least 1 guest to go on Saturday. Who's in? Right, let's go for it. Let's try that, shall we?
I've got 3 vacant seats in my car.
Right. So get 1 from Kay, 1 from, who's your new downline? You've got somebody else came in last month.
Yes, she's going to, I'm hoping she's going to come. I've got a guest who is hoping to come, but it depends on her duties. She works shifts. She was trying to wangle a way to change that shift. So that's 1 over there.
Good.
And I've got another name that I need to contact this week as well. And I'll try and get her. In fact, I've got 2 that I need to try and get through there as well. So
it's a good challenge.
Yes.
Mandy, you've got those. Are we still recording? Unrecord.